Good to see you pop in and let me know that I'm officially live here. Good morning. Oh, happy Monday, my friends. At least I hope it is a happy Monday. I am holding this vision of just entering this new era together on the other side of this longest night. I am envisioning us entering this new era of compassion and collective peace and ease and resourcefulness. And I am here with you all, standing in that vision and not the vision of division and chaos that we have continued to have as humanity. So, as always, just in case you don't know me, I'm Safrianna Luna, the queer spirit guide, and I'm here on Monday morning to draw some cards for the collective and just tune into the collective energy for the week. So, I'm pulling today from Gateway of Light Activation by Kyle Gray. And what are you dreaming up in this week of Yule and Christmas and leading into the new year? What is brimming for you that you're excited about, that you're seeing the possibilities of? And I'm asking the cards, what's possible for us in this season ahead? What do we need to know in ourselves that we get to walk through, that we get to embrace? All right, first card, the central sun. Love this after we just had our longest night. We are now in the return of the sun. The central sun, abundance, downloads, regeneration, success. I've been really feeling this energy big time, I have to say. I've been feeling like we are being called into an era of paradigm shifting where we really get to redefine success as a collective and as individuals. We get to really step into what it means to be abundant. And abundance is not just, millions of dollars in the bank. Abundance is having the resourcefulness of shelter and food and loved ones and safety and health and all of that. And I'm fighting for a world and trying to build back a world where everyone has access to those things. So I really see this card as being our call towards that, our call towards really downloading abundance for all, seeing the pathways opening where everybody gets to be beautifully resourced, and that we get to stand in the power of our sun, our solar plexus, the energy, the fire within us, and we get to regenerate from a point of wholeness, knowing that we are already whole, that our bodies are divine, and they know how to heal and how to do what they need to do. So that is what's coming through for me with the central sun. Let's dive back in and see what other portals or activations are available to us as we have stepped through this longest night into this new chapter. The Akashic Stargate. First of all, just these beautiful rainbows, nebulas, auroras, this just depth of space and the vastness of the universe, I feel like, is evident in the art on this card. So, this card is an Akashic Stargate. It's reminding us to be aligned with our purposes, and that right here, right now, may feel like a crossroads, but there is no wrong path so long as you are following the path of your highest heart, of your soul, of what you wrote into your blueprint to do and be. There's no right answer either. Like, there's no one right answer either. There are right answers, but as long as you are following the prompt of your heart and your soul, you will be led down the right path. Now, the Akasha is associated with past lives and information that we can access about blueprints and history and contracts, etc., in an otherworldly sense, a spiritual realm, another dimension where we access the Akasha, if you will. But just know that the Akasha is not the only great library or the only great source of historical information in the universe. It is just one of the most commonly known ones that we know of here on planet Earth. So the Akashic Stargate is really reminding us to step through with purpose. And I see this as we move into a new year, right? Every time we reorient around the Gregorian wanted to call it a candle, the Gregorian calendar, we are reorienting to a collective shift, right? Every time it's a new year, we are reorienting to a collective calendar shift that we've all agreed upon to participate in as a human collective here at this point in time. And it's become a potent portal. It's become a very potent portal for new beginnings and stepping into refreshed energy. So just like this card is reminding us to really be in the energy of regeneration, this card is really reminding us to stand, genuinely pause at this crossing moment, this crossroads, these thresholds where we are crossing into the next chapter, into the next era, and ask ourselves, what do we want to do to align with our purpose? So that is the invitation from this card. So I invite you to really sit with that. I'm doing a practice over this 10-ish days right now, where I am consciously connecting with my intentions every night on a slip of paper, and I'm burning one and releasing it to the universe. That's kind of, this makes me think of that. It's like there's no wrong path, but what do you want to choose? What do you want to create? We're being asked to be collaborative partners in the universe right here, right now. All right. So, last card for today. What is my question for this one? It's just what do we need to know to remember to embody? And I love, oh, here we go. This came up at my Yule ceremony with my friend Dr. Melissa Bird as what was available to us when we sit in the stillness and in the darkness. And it's this immense light, the Seraphim's Gateway. So I love the synchronicity of this coming up right after our Yule ceremony, which was last week, to just continue to remind us that, yes, this is happening. So when we slow down and we get into the stillness, hi, Jillian. When we slow down and we get into the stillness, we see the immense capacity of light. Oh my God, I cannot wait to share with you all. I went back and I did my Yule meditation last night, like during Yule, during the longest night, and transitioned into the next day with it. Whoo, wow, some of the things that came through for me there. Can't wait to share them with you. They were amazing. But the Seraphim's Gateway is reminding us that right here, right now, as we enter this new chapter, as we embrace this new era, as we lead with more integrity than ever before, more authenticity than ever before, because I see that for our collective. I see us stepping up and into authenticity and just like really genuine embodiment of who we are, and more self and less codependency and people pleasing. This card is reminding us of what's there in that. And it is this beautiful voice activation. It is this stepping into our power and knowing that we are held, we are supported by seen and unseen forces. The Seraphim's Gateway reminds us that we have divine support. And I love the synchronicity with this too, because I was literally just writing down a message this morning in my card journal, my personal card journal, about hearing the voice of the divine. So I feel like it's here. The divine support, the attunement to our guides, to God, to the universe, to whoever our higher power is that we work with. It's here. And our voice activation is expressing the truth of who we are, expressing what we're here to express, no longer holding back. So I see these as really positive messages. Just to recap, so as we've crossed the threshold of Yule, we have moved beyond the longest night now towards the light again, the return of the light. We have the central sun returning, remembering that we get to be abundant on behalf of ourselves and others, that we are accelerating abundance for all the more that we download and integrate the energy of abundance into ourselves. So allow yourself to be abundant, my friends. It is needed. We have the Akashic Stargate reminding us to step through with purpose, with integrity, with genuineness. There is no wrong path as long as we are following our highest heart. But this is a crossroads moment. It's a moment to choose how we are going to enter the chapter ahead. And then finally, the Seraphim's Gateway reminding us that this is a time of voice activation, that we get to attune to the frequency of the divine. We get to listen in to our angelic and guide team. We get to receive this support that is not necessarily seen. Most of us see these guides. Most of us don't see the presence of the divine. We feel it, we know it, we hear it, we receive it. If you see it, awesome. I'm excited for you. It's really cool. But otherwise, feel this energy, this vibrance in you, and allow it to spread through every cell of your being and your voice to come free with that. So that's our vibe check for the week, my friends. Now on to my quick little personal update. Oh gosh, I feel like I am very slowly recovering. I did not have a coughing fit on this live, whereas I did, need to cough last time. But I still have a persistent cough that I am just trying to gently recover from. I'm feeling definitely more myself, more my energy again. But the Park House saga continues. We're really, really hoping to put it back up on the market at the new year. The major structural work has been done. My dear partner Justin and his dad have been in there doing extreme, like major HVAC work, doing like remasoning a chimney to reroute piping and like completely moving a water heater and all of that. We have the electrician supposed to come in tomorrow to finish that up. And then we have a couple of odds and ends that we're trying to solve before the beginning of the year so we can hopefully list it back up, get it sold, get into the hands of a family or someone who's really excited to care for it now that we have loved, supported, and uplifted the central beams. And of course, we're having to patch some cracks that formed because of that. So, it's as we call in our household, 3 tasks in a trench coat. You find one task and you open it up to find that there's 3 more tasks underneath. So we're in 3 tasks in a trench coat trajectory now as we wrap up the house stuff. But I have high hopes. And then otherwise, as I tune into, what's coming in 2026, I'm like actually legitimately excited. I don't remember feeling very excited about 2025. I had a lot of dread as we wrapped up 2024, honestly. But in 2025 was a doozy. But 2026, I feel more hopeful for. I feel better about the astrology. I feel like we kind of survived so many bad things this year as a collective, and so many of us got clarity on speaking up and standing in our power and our truth that, I feel like we're in a better place than we were, even though it looks like we're in a worse place than we were. It's complicated being human right here, right now in this collective. But I know for me personally, I'm like really understanding what I'm committing to, what I've clarified in 2025, my writing career really standing in the power of being AJ Eastwood and Safrianna Luna as authors, as people, as an entity that uses my words to uplift others, to inspire them, to move them, to make them cry, to make them message me, why did you do that to me? All of that. But then also my druidry path. And yesterday during Yule, I woke up. I have been sleeping so much. I have definitely been in this winter energy. I've been sleeping extra, waking up later in the morning. I had some insomnia. So, Yule, I was kind of recovering from a lot of that. But I started my day with a meditation, just dropping in to connect with Athena because she had come up in one of my card pulls for the morning where I got the owl card. And I reflect, oh, wow, the owl was one of the first animals. I think the first animal guide that I ever worked with when I was younger. And so I connected with Athena and had some powerful things come through. And one of the most powerful things was a reminder that I am a priestess of Brigid and that is for a reason. And even though my sense of God and goddess and universe has reoriented, now being a priestess of Brigid means embodying and embracing Brigid's energy as a collaborator, as a co-creator here on earth of the ascended master archetypal energy that she represents, which is being a poet. It is being a smith. I consider myself a smith of words. It is being a warrior, helping prepare the warriors for what is to come. And it's also being a mother in grief. And that really hit me last night that, wow, Brigid is seen as the goddess, the entity who invented keening, who was the one behind the power of the whale to just grieve and express the fullness of loss and death and sorrow, and how I was and have been initiated into that, and how I too am a grieving mother who will not get to be with her children again. And so it was just this kind of full coming home moment for me last night as I did my own meditation from the Yule ceremony, where I pulled this seraphim card last week. And I just can't wait to share more and more of it with you because it was just affirming. I had like a full-blown true form activation. I've gotten full permission to just let the freak flag fly, to share the spiral born star seed, whatever we call it, to explain some of that, to embody it more, to just be my full weird in 2026 and see what happens. And trusting that those of you who have been supporting me and cheering me on through 2025 are probably going to continue to support and cheer me on in 2026, because we've gotten through some hard stuff together. We have seen some things together, and you've already seen these glimmers of who I am and continue to love me anyway. So I hope I can continue to love you and that we can cheer each other on as we enter this new chapter ahead, this new calendar year. I will be more boldly embracing my druid than ever before, stepping back into my priestess roles, hopefully writing even more poetry and stories, and just sharing in the ways that light me up. That's what's really coming through is, yeah, I am a manifesting generator and I like to share a lot. I like to give a lot. I like to create a lot. That's inherent to who I am, but really allowing myself to do it completely from me. Thank you. Jillian's clapping and Holly's saying, love you because you are you. Thank you all. I appreciate and love you all so much. And, this has, again, been a year of clarifying. My word, I don't know if you all do a word for the year, but my word for 2025 was expand. And I don't feel like that was really the word at the end of the year. In fact, Justin changed his word too, because his word was going to be abundance. And no, it wasn't. The only abundance this year for us was an abundance of vegetables. That was great. But also an abundance of chaos. So we're calling in abundance and expansion for next year, or new words will come in. But I feel like my actual word for 2025 was like clarify or clarity. Clarify, I think, lands in my bones the most, because this has been one of the most clarifying years of my life, with me just stepping in tune to what is authentic to me and what I love and what I'm here to do, and clearing some of that codependency, people pleasing cobwebs that were still sticking around in this temple. Oh, and thus I am so excited for 2026 and to see what happens, what's ahead. So I love you all so much. Please don't hesitate to reach out, to share with me what's going on in your world, to leave a comment, to leave a like. That's another habit I got to get into, is actually reminding people, hey, your engagement really matters. Every single comment, every single share does help me reach more people with my message of uplifting each other and co-creating a better world. That's what I'm here for, my friends. So let's continue to create harmony together by loving ourselves and each other and expanding the power of unconditional love in the world. That's what I'm here for. But your unique expression of love, I invite you to expand that. So until next time, my friends, this has been another Monday Morning Vibe Check. I love you. I believe in you. I am cheering you on. I cannot wait to see what comes for all of us that is lifting us up and entering this new chapter together. Bye for now.